Seattle home sellers, you are in a sweet spot right now, and let me show you why. So, according to this graph of national data, we across America have 15% more homes for sale than we did at this time last year, which means inventory is higher. But according to the comparison between now and 2019, we actually have 40% fewer homes. We go back to economics, supply and demand. When we have a low supply and demand is constant or rising, then we have rising prices. Now, let's look at the Seattle data and see how it compares. Here we've got Seattle, Bellevue, King County, and Snohomish County on the map. And you can see that we are up 14.5% in Seattle from inventory, homes for sale, over where we were last year. But in other parts of the market, that is not true. In Bellevue, we're only up 1%. In King County, we're up less than 1%. And in Snohomish County, we actually have fewer homes available than we did at this time last year. So that is a great sign for these principles. Not only are we down below where we were in 2019, in most of our markets, we're down below where we were just last year in 2023. So what this means is when you go to sell your house, you will not have a lot of competition. Buyers have already started moving into multiple offer range here this spring in 2024, and that may continue in the future. We don't know, but typically we do see more inventory coming onto the market the later we get into spring, with inventory peaking throughout the summer months. But we don't want the market to be too tight and too hard to find a home, because once you sell your home, very often you become a home buyer. We don't want to get this locked up effect where you don't want to sell because you can't find anything to buy. That's what we experienced in 2020 and 21 and 22. We're not in such a tight market right now. Coming out of the sale of your home, you will be very well positioned to find a replacement home. And here's the quote that I just want to share from a recent article at realtor.com. It explains the number of homes for sale and new listing activity continues to improve compared to last year, meaning more inventory on the market. True in some markets, not necessarily in Seattle. However, the inventory of homes for sale still has a long journey back to pre-pandemic levels. So we are still in a seller's market. It's still a great opportunity for you to sell and have buyers chomping at the bit, ready to take that home off your hands for a very reasonable price.